Hi guys, we've got like all these really nice plants here and it looks really like I'm in a jungle. Maybe because I'm sitting opposite a beast. No, I'm joking. What would you like me to refer to you as?
Whatever you like, it's your show.
I won't refer to you as Fraud Bae. I feel like that's done. Well, it's not done, it's just old, do you get what I mean? So I refer to you as Micheal.
Okay.
Or Mickey.
Michael's fine.
Do you not have a nickname?
No, I tend to just stand with Micheal. I don't really like people shortening my names.
Do you ever use like Fraud Bae in any sort of like capacity?
I've been booked to a lot of events as Fraud Bae.
Oh,
so I've hosted about 5 events this year already.
What, this year?
This year.
People still care?
No, people don't care about Fraud Bae. People care about me, as far as I'm concerned. Obviously, people claim I've got a powerful voice, and then obviously on the social media side of things, if an event is going on, they would obviously want me to try and promote it.
What do you mean a powerful voice?
Well, it seems to be the case that whatever I say or do just goes absolutely viral, so...
How old are you?
26.
Oh, so you're a young buck?
No, I'm getting there. I'm already getting the when are you getting married questions and stuff like that, but that's just, again...
So have you got kids?
No kids, no.
Have you got a girlfriend?
No girlfriend, no, I'm single.
Are you looking for your next victim? Or...
Next victim? What makes you think that person will be a victim?
Well, I feel like anyone that crosses your path, they come to a bad ending. That's what seems to be perpetuated on social media. So obviously the whole thing that happened with the girl that you stole the money from, and then Renee, not so long ago, all that stuff happened with her. Do you feel like you're just misunderstood? Because I'm not going to lie, when my production manager said, you know, we're going to have Micheal on, I was a bit like, do you know what I mean? Because the vibe that what I've been told and what I see on social media is not something that I kind of warm towards. Do you get what I mean? It's kind of just like, okay, I feel like you said, I feel as if everything you do is so that you go viral. No,
not at all. I think a lot of the things that I've been involved in, what people need to understand, I'm never the sort of person to ever actually put my business out there, you feel me? A lot of times I'm minding my own business where people have come and obviously told their side of the story in regards to whatever relationship that they had with me at the time. I feel like it's when I react to a lot of these things and all of a sudden I'm doing this for the crowd and et cetera, but then I feel like a lot of people are missing the point, and that's where it comes from, being misunderstood, because no one's telling the person that's actually come out and accused me of X, Y, and Z, but the minute Micheal decides to retaliate, or the minute Micheal decides to actually answer those critics, oh, he's doing it to go viral again, or he's doing it for clout. How about actually defending myself? Because a lot of times when I'm being silent, people are coming at me saying, well, you haven't told your side of the story, so it must be true.
So when all that stuff happened, when did all this fraud stuff happen? I don't really want to touch it because it was quite a long time ago.
October.
So could you keep saying when people make these allegations, so it's not true, that was not true?
Not all of it, no.
But some of it was?
Some of it, yeah.
What part was true?
Paris trip.
Oh, you booked the Paris trip on someone else, on her card?
Yeah.
And the rest of it, no?
She knew about the transactions.
Oh, she knew?
The Sky bill and all that other stuff.
I mean, I had this theory that it was all like you two came together and planned this so that you could both like get some sort of clout off it. That was my thing, because I just thought it was too orchestrated. It was orchestrated very well. I think where people didn't like you, or I didn't like you, is because you then made a song about it.
Fraud Bae, think I'm dead, but I'm out here all day.
Yeah, I saw your episode.
Yeah, I didn't. The song wasn't good either. Did it chart?
It's one of them ones there where I saw my victim having a lot of fun with the whole Fraud Bae thing, so it was more of a thing of, let's all have a bit of fun. And
but that's not fun though, at someone else's expense. That's not fun. Like, it's fun if, you know, she managed to do something, but I don't know, but I just don't see that as,
but she did
fun.
What people need to understand, I don't know if you saw it yourself, she did freestyles and all that other stuff, ended up doing a Twitter page talking about...
Yeah, but she's the victim, so whatever she does, it's always going to seem as... Any guy that kind of does that to a woman is always going to be seen as a victim, but I've seen recently that you're not really for gender roles. You're saying that women should look after you because you deserve to be looked after. I mean, you come across quite arrogant. Is this on purpose? Is it act? It's an act.
No, I wouldn't say arrogance. I'm a confident person. I believe in everything that I believe in, and that's that. Do I listen to other people's opinions? Yes, I'm open to hear your opinions and stuff, but yeah, like I said, it's more confidence than any other thing. It's not cockiness, it's not arrogance. When I'm saying things like girls need to look after me and stuff, it's not a thing of they must look after me. I'm used to them looking after me. You see where I'm coming from?
Who looks after you though?
People.
Who? Like, don't get me wrong, you're a good-looking guy, but I would 110% stay away from you. So I don't understand what dumb girl actually still like would call your phone and want to meet up with you. It's just red flags.
On social media.
Well, there must be an element of it that's real life. Oh. I mean, just before we started, a girl called your phone, so you're definitely still getting the girls calling your phone. And you did the whole sweet, yeah, babe. You seem like you got a bit of an accent, though.
I've got a bit of an accent, yeah.
Where are you from?
So I actually grew up born and raised in Germany, but grew up in Milton Keynes. Majority of my time in England. But I've lived in London for a long while. What
girls actually still like you?
No, just the normal females, the same females that you lot communicate with on a daily basis. Females like yourself.
Not like myself, definitely not.
You know, that's your opinion at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But I think, you know what it is? You know, a lot of people obviously know of my story or know some sort of story to do with me. But even before it went viral, I would say, I never had the best of reputations.
Why?
You know, like I said in previous interviews, and again, what I pretty much promote on my social media anyway, you know, I've been a bit of a male gigolo in my past.
Are you proud of that?
I wouldn't say proud of it, but I don't necessarily regret it.
So you've kind of got this attitude because women make you feel that you are entitled to have this attitude.
No, I think this attitude came with me from a long time. You see what I'm saying? I think
because you get girls, that's probably why.
No, I wouldn't necessarily say that. I don't think my confidence comes from, no matter what happens, I've got all these girls that still will literally be under my feet and stuff like that. It's just generally the person I am. I don't need no one to vouch for me. I don't need no one to applaud me. You see what I'm saying? I'm my own fan.
What does your mum think of you? Like, not of you, but of like what's been going on. Does she know, or like? My
mum knows everything. She's my best friend.
So what does she think about it?
Well, in real life, everything is still normal. That's what you got to understand. Everything.
So what's your job?
Recruitment.
Oh, so did you not have any backlash with your job when they...
I got suspended at the time, but that had nothing to do with the story itself. Obviously, when I was in and out of court because of it, I mentioned to work, of course, I need to take a few days off due to personal problems. As far as they're concerned, they're obviously, you know, personal problems, family and stuff.
Right.
Someone, and I'll say someone, sent a letter to HR and obviously pretty much told the whole story of what's happened, and also put the dates that was in court.
And those are the dates that you had.
And those were the dates that obviously I had family problems.
Family problems.
Exactly. So they put two and two together. Obviously, I'm at a senior position, so they have a level of trust. And what I've done at the time is obviously broken their trust.
If you're at a senior level, why was you doing fraud on other people's cards?
Again, at the time, she was aware of most of the transactions.
I don't understand. Like, what do you mean she was aware?
Sky bill.
So what, she offered to pay for these stuff for you? Oh, and then she called her bank and said it was fraud?
No, well, when it came to obviously with Paris, I said, you know what, since she's been so generous anyway, that's fine. She don't mind me booking my flight to Paris. I booked the flight to Paris for myself, and I had a separate...
Wait. Right. You thought that she was going to be okay with you booking your flight to Paris for another woman?
Pause. I didn't book it for another woman. I booked it for myself.
Then what?
But for the other woman, I booked it off my own card.
So you still thought she'd be okay with you booking a flight for yourself to go and bone another woman in Paris?
Well, she wouldn't have known about that part.
That in itself, that's just absolute ludicrous.
No, I don't.
Why would you think it's okay that she's going to be okay for you to book a trip to Paris to take another woman, even if you didn't buy
She was never going to be okay.
So you just didn't rate her. Do you even have respect for women?
I have a lot of respect for women.
But it doesn't come across like that. That's the thing. I think that's where because everything you've done has not been for women. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I
wouldn't necessarily say that, because like I said, a lot of people have just been able to voice out the negatives. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of females like I said in the past, that I've helped out, that still come to me in need and stuff like that. But again, you know, these are things that they do not want to talk about. And even if it's spoken about, no one wants to pay attention towards that.
So is that what happened with Renee? Because you said that you helped her, you done all this stuff, blah, 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 blah.
No, not helped her. You know, me and Renee are friends.
Are you still friends now? Are you cool now?
We're cool. We're cool.
Oh, really? After all of that? You're still cool?
Do you know,
with
like
her?
I said, I don't carry no hate. I don't hold no grudge. You see what I'm saying? So even towards not just Renee, Angel, anyone out there that's ever spoken bad about me or made up things, or even some of the things that were true in regards to my own personal problems, and I've gone out on social media and said things, I've got no hate towards any of them.
Did you plan it with Renee? Was this all planned?
No.
Are you sure?
100%.
Because I don't know how you can be called someone that accused you of stabbing them.
You know, a lot of people always get confused with that, because even the last person I was seeing and kept saying, you're so quick to let things slide. You know, that's why people feel like they can do what they do, because they know at the end of the day, Michael's just probably going to sit back and laugh it off, or probably not going to be bothered about it anyway. You see what I'm saying? But in the past, I've been told I'm not supposed to be around these people. And I'm like, listen, I'm not going out my way to be around these people. As far as I'm concerned, there's just no beef. If I see you, if you want to say hi, you can say hi. If you want to walk past me, that's fine too. But there's no beef, there's nothing. I'm just here, you're here, and however you want to take it, that's up to you.
Don't take this the wrong way, yeah? Like, I don't want you to get offended by this. Does anyone ever say that you're very well groomed so people might perceive you as being gay? Have you had this before? Not in a, like, I don't want, not in,
Oh,
not
no,
in
no,
a,
I don't take it the wrong way.
If I wanted to be rude, that's why I tread, like, because it's not, there's nothing wrong with it. But when I first came across you, I thought I wouldn't assume that he was into women anyway.
Wow.
Because you're quite very well groomed, maybe the little nose thing kind of goes, you know what I mean? So has anyone ever said that to you before?
I get comments. I get comments on social media. You know, a lot of the men, they call me pretty boy.
Do you think that's why you have to over-exert your masculinity, because you want to make sure that no one thinks that, or you have to be extra like, I'm a man?
I'm not bothered about people thinking I might be swinging on the other side. I get, you'd be surprised. I get a lot of men actually DMing me.
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised. I can imagine that.
So as far as I'm concerned, I've never ever reacted in a negative way towards them. So if they compliment me, or they've got good things to say about me, I'm more than happy to say thank you, same way I'd say thank you to a female. So to me, that's not something that bothers me. If that's what people think, fair enough. I like women, and that's that.
Do you have any sort of like remorse or anything? I think because, like I said, the song didn't reflect that you had any sort of remorse. I think if you came out and said, do you know what, I was wrong, it was dumb of me, it was stupid, blah, 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 blah. But I think it's because you kind of did the whole cocky thing, well, I'm going to try and like monetize off this, kind of fuck women, fuck that girl, no one cares. I
think at first I was, but when she started taking it to, started talking to news reporters, putting it on newspapers, and obviously going on national TV, that's when kind of my remorse started decreasing each and every
Because you
single
did an
day.
interview with Julie, no?
I did do an interview with Julie.
Didn't you say that you did feel remorse though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I was remorseful.
But it stopped.
It stopped after a little while, and I made it very clear to her as well. At first, I was like, whoa, like, okay. After a little while, when she was, like I said, when she was having fun with it and she's going on national TV, at that point I was thinking, she's going way too far, and I don't feel sorry for her no more. You see what I'm saying? So that's when, at that point, I thought, right, it's either, there was two choices here. It's either I bury myself in a corner, or, like I said, I capitalise off it and pretty much deal with it the best way that I personally think I should have dealt with it, and I don't have any regrets whatsoever.
So I've kind of briefly touched on Renee. Like, I feel like sometimes when stuff happens on social media, there's so much things you can't even keep up. Like, this person's coming out of that, then that blog post, that bit, then this blog post. What actually happened with it? There's
two girls here that I've had some sort of relationship with on a friendship level.
Not sexual.
That too, but more on a friendship level. And,
so like friends with benefits?
Yeah, a bit of fun here and there. And they met pretty much through me. You see what I'm saying? So,
would you have like threesomes and stuff?
No, not at all. I'm just the sort of person where if you want to be friends with my girls or whatever, you guys can be friends.
Did they both know that you two have seen each other? Like the other person was seeing each other?
They both knew my history with each other and stuff like that, so they were very much aware. And how they actually got together was through me. So what I'm saying is, I was on holiday with one of them. The other one reached out to them just to kind of be nosy and ask, look, I'm seeing couples.
Who paid for the holiday?
She paid for the holiday. However, I said, you know what, after a little while, I said, here's my half. just so that we're cool. I don't want no one coming out and saying blah, blah,
boy,
blah, but she
you
paid
must
for the
have
holiday.
some next type of skills, because there's gal out here just paying for your holidays. What?
She ain't the first, she won't be the last.
Okay, motherfucker, listen.
You know what I mean? But,
okay.
you know, no, again, it's all about experience. I think I've got the same attitude. When I'm going on holiday, I like company. So sometimes I'll even say, look, you know, you come along with me, you ain't got to pay for nothing, whatever, let's go. So a lot of these females like to travel, just like myself, and when they do travel, they, you know, a lot of them get a +1. Sometimes it's actually all expenses paid for whatever they do abroad, and sometimes they decide, you know what, I'm going to pay for you and come along with me.
That's why you think you're the shit.
Now, again, it doesn't reflect on what females do for me, honestly.
So they met through you, go on.
Yeah, so cut long story short, they ended up being the bestest of friends. Yeah. They denied that they were that close, but they were pretty much living with each other. I think Renee was at hers for about 2 weeks, she stated. It might have even been longer than that. But to me, I looked at it as in, how did you go from being complete strangers to now being absolute best friends? Cut long story short, Renee's called my phone. She's called my phone, and she's pretty much saying, how well do you know your friend? And I said, why'd you ask? Well, your friend stabbed me last night. And I'm going, wait, hang on here, who? Natalie? And then she went, yeah, Natalie. And I said, okay. So she's allegedly stabbed on her foot. Natalie's obviously now in custody, and I'm saying, right, I haven't spoken to Natalie yet, but obviously whatever's happened, you've dealt with it with the police, and that's that. I can't do nothing about it, and I don't want to get involved in all of this shit. You see what I'm saying? So we left it as that. Natalie gets bailed out. She calls my phone, tells her side of the story. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. She hasn't got a phone on her.
Who?
Natalie.
Right.
She's literally got nothing on her. I then stated to her, well, Renee actually asked me for your password, so I'm assuming she's got your phone. That's what Renee was mad at.
And then you're saying, oh, Renee asked for your password. Why the fuck would you snitch? You snitched. You told her I asked for her password.
The fact that
Did you know her password?
I didn't know her password, no.
Oh.
I didn't know her password. So for whatever reason, Natalie's been able to get hold of Renee and obviously said, you've got my phone. Renee's now called my phone. And, you know, you're supposed to be my friend, blah, blah, blah. How long have you known her compared to me? And just doing this whole, you're supposed to choose a side. And I'm saying to her, listen, I'm not involved in any of your passa. Whatever's gone on, the police will deal with it. She's gone on Snapchat and basically told the story, but started the story with Micheal Morden and finished it with Micheal Morden. And it just went absolutely boom.
And do you still talk to these people?
I don't talk to them. They've reached out to me. They've both reached out to me ever since. But again, I've made it clear to them that, look, I've got no hatred or no beef towards any of you guys. I'm cool. If I see you, it's cool, whatever. But, you know, we don't see each other. We don't communicate in that way now.
I mean, I feel like for a guy to be like involved in all of this like passa, it's just a bit weird.
Very weird, especially when you're actually not involved in it, if that makes sense.
You introduced them together. Did you not think that was like a bit of a
Well,
weird thing?
when you say introduce, one of them came to ask me for pretty much permission. Is it cool for me to reply back to her type of thing? And I said, look, it's your phone, it's your life. You're not, you know, I don't own you. If you want to reply back to whoever you want to reply back to, whether it's Renee or men or whatever, I don't care. So technically, they made that decision to want to link up and be best friends.
So moving forward, how are you gonna like stay? Do you want to actually do music?
I've got things coming out.
What, like an album, EP?
No, just a few singles here and there. We're working.
Oh, okay. What type of sound is it gonna be?
I don't want to say too much. I want to keep you guys surprised.
I mean, we probably will be surprised, but
Definitely.
But I want what type, like not even little. What type of genre are you rapping? Or singing?
Singing, rapping.
You look a little bit like Sweet Boy Rapper that will sing in the rain and let the rain's going down your chest.
That used to be my thing, to be fair. You know, I grew up in the era of Ray J and Usher singing in the rain and stuff. So
yeah, I feel like
I one day do want to make a video where I'm literally just kicking the floor and rolling around.
Can you dance?
I can't dance. No, I'm too stiff.
You look like you've been part of Chocolate City or something.
I've been told that many times.
You've been told bare things many times, isn't it?
Many times. People are just getting me involved in anything negative. No one's ever said...
There's nothing wrong with Chocolate City being Chocolate City's
negative. You know, you've got naked men just, you know, flipping their private parts around and stuff like that. I don't think I don't think that's something I would want to promote.
How can you not want to promote? I mean, I prefer my boyfriend to be Chocolate City than to be doing fraud.
And a lot of girls just wanking him off and stuff like that, yeah?
Well, I mean, like that part, that doesn't always have to be a part of the job, but yeah.
So if, let's say, for example, that your so-called boyfriend was doing all that fraud, but he's giving you all those gifts.
No.
Everything that you're wearing.
No.
It's him, the holidays, you know, whatever, and you think to yourself, you know what, well, this lifestyle actually isn't too bad.
Do you know, okay,
because I'm just saying, a lot of my girls have come onto my team and said, actually, do you know what?
On your team, what are you? What, Hugh Hefner or something? Taz Angels? Really?
But I'm just saying, they've come to me and said, look, I'll be honest with you, I'm tired. You know, like, I'm talking about all your influencers and rare that show that lifestyle and whatnot, but they've come to me and said, look, I'm tired of doing all that full-time, blah, blah, blah. Is there something that you can do to help me? I get a lot of messages on a daily basis from females only. And I'm talking females only. Female
influencers message you?
Female influencers.
Anyone that we know?
I'm not gonna mention no names. That wouldn't be fair on them.
Are they like well-known ones though?
Yeah, definitely.
And they message you and say, I'm fed up of posting Pretty Little Things, because Pretty Little Things
Well, I'm fed up of lying to social media. That's what it comes down to.
And
I actually need money. I don't want to just post things and make it look like I have money. I actually need money in my pocket.
And then what do you do? Say, join my team and I'll help you out?
Come and join my team. Come into the Mordern team.
So you're still doing fraud then?
No, I'm not doing fraud, but we're making money. That's all I can say.
But you just basically said they come and ask you to patent.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They come and ask me. Not that I actually come and say, look, this is exactly what you're supposed to do, but they do come and ask me. I choose to say, look, you know, am I involved in it? Am I not? Can we do this? Can we, you know, these are private conversations that we have. However, I'm not involved in it, no. I'm working just like everyone else.
What, normal 9 to 5?
Normal 9 to 5. It's just that I get a little bit more privileges here and there. You know, I get to work from home and do other stuff as well. That's what I'm saying. I'm living a normal life.
That's not a normal life that you're living. That influencers message you and ask you to basically help them do deets.
Come on, man. I'm sure you've had some crazy ass DMs before. Someone saying, look, I will literally just throw money at you if you stand on my balls or whatever. I don't know. No,
I actually haven't.
Okay, fair enough.
They're probably scared about me standing on their balls because I'll crush them.
So my question is, do you respect men?
Certain types of men.
Why certain type?
I mean, if I came...
If I said certain type of women, how would you feel about that?
Okay, I would find it very hard to respect you just because of what I feel you stand for. So... But
isn't that what a lot of females stand for against men? In regards to men should do everything for me and I should just put my foot...
I don't find it hard to respect you because you believe women should do everything for you. I find it hard to respect you because the way you dealt with things and the way you, like... Because I thought maybe after this conversation I might like you more, but I feel like I'm still at the point where I was when I first started this interview. Not that I dislike you, but sometimes I interview people, like when I interviewed Terrell, we had like a back and forth before we start, and I left that interview feeling like he's a good guy. And I'm not saying you're a bad guy, but I 110% wouldn't fuck with you. So, that's the end. I mean, I have to rate the fact you come on and you're honest, and that's all I ask for any guest that comes on my show is to be honest and to be themselves. And obviously it's working for some ladies. The ladies seem to still love you. You've still got people joining his team, influencers. He's saying hit him up if you want to join his team. He can pattern you a couple things. But I don't want to hear no sob stories, boy, when it goes wrong for you.
You heard it here, live.
Yeah. Well,
no more threats.
Bye, guys.